if I told you that the version of yourself you've been avoiding is the key to becoming unstoppable? It's the part of you that knows your deepest desires, your rawest emotions, your darkest fears, and your greatest potential. Carl Jung called it the shadow self, and whether you like it or not, it's been guiding your life since the day you were born. Welcome to Soulful Energies, your channel for deep psychology, inner awakening, and transformation. Today we'll dive into one of Jung's most powerful ideas, the shadow self. You'll learn what the shadow really is, how it silently controls your behavior, why ignoring it is dangerous, and the exact steps to integrate it for freedom and wholeness. Stay until the end because the last tip will completely change the way you see yourself. Carl Jung described the shadow as the collection of everything you hide, deny, or suppress about yourself. But here's the twist. The shadow isn't just made of ugly traits like anger, jealousy, or greed. It also hides your buried strengths, confidence, creativity, passion, that someone somewhere told you were wrong to express. Think of your mind as a beautiful mansion. The rooms you show guests are your conscious personality. But somewhere down a narrow staircase is a locked basement, filled with boxes labeled "Do Not Open." In those boxes, every part of you've pushed away. And here's the truth. Until you open that door, you'll never really know yourself. You might think ignoring the shadow keeps you safe, but in reality, it gives it more power. Jung said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate." Here's how the shadow works in the background. Projection. You see in others what you can't face in yourself. If you secretly fear being selfish, you'll accuse others of selfishness. Triggers. Tiny things set you off because they touch unhealed wounds. That overreaction? It's your shadow speaking. Repetition. You find yourself in the same painful situations. Toxic partners, dead-end jobs, because the shadow keeps pulling you toward familiar pain. It's like being the main character in a play you didn't audition for, but you're still acting every scene. Here's the paradox. The shadow is not your enemy. It's your greatest untapped resource. Your suppressed anger might be the fuel you need to set boundaries. Your jealousy might point toward dreams you've abandoned. Even your fear might be guiding you toward growth. Jung believed that by integrating the shadow, you don't just fix yourself, you expand yourself. You stop being half a person and start living as a whole being. Many ancient traditions, from Taoism to shamanism, describe a similar journey, descending into darkness to find wisdom. In myths, the hero often enters a cave, fights a dragon, and returns with treasure. The dragon is your shadow, and the treasure? Your true self. Working with the shadow is not just psychology, it's a spiritual initiation. Integrating the shadow is a lifelong process, but here are powerful steps to start now. Identify triggers. Every time something makes you overreact, ask, what part of me is this showing? Journaling, write about traits you judge in others. These often mirror your own hidden qualities. Dream work. Record your dreams. Jung saw them as direct messages from your unconscious. Creative expression, paint, write, dance emotions you suppress. Safe sharing, speak about your shadow traits with a trusted friend or therapist. Role reversal. Imagine being the person who bothers you most. What part of you do they represent? When you embrace the shadow, you stop wasting energy on hiding. You become honest with yourself. You feel lighter, freer, more alive. As Jung said, the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. And that privilege starts when you turn toward the part of you you've been avoiding and say, I see you. Let's walk together. Which part of your shadow do you think is holding the most power for your growth? Share in the comments. Like this video if it opened your eyes, and subscribe to Soulful Energies for more deep insights into psychology and self-discovery.